9 a.m., we'll be at PVA bringing you play-by-play coverage of every single game. That's right. All 24 games played at Pinnacle Bank Arena this week will be heard right here on 93.7 The Ticket. From Class A to Class D2 action, 93.7 The Ticket is your home for the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament, and it all starts this Wednesday at 9 a.m. We'll see you there. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
It takes hard work to make Nebraska the right place to raise a family, build a business, or grow a community. We're counting on working parents to make it happen, and they're counting on childcare professionals to have their backs. Employers and other contributors can earn up to a $100,000 tax credit for strengthening childcare in our communities and state. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First Five Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation, and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Boom! In your face. Monday on The Ticket. Adam Carricker is feeling under the weather, so what do? Next dude up. That happens to be me. It's me. It's D to the double E. Bach!
Yes.
Bach and I are going to do this for 2 hours. 402-464-5685. Buckle in, because I have no idea where we're going to go for 2 hours. We're going to be all over the place. It's going to be crazy. I'm just letting you know if you want to follow on the streams. Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961. Get it in. Get your what's up ready for the text line. Don't look, we got lots to talk about. But, hey, Bach, let's set the table. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
What does that man say? What does he say?
Let me talk to you.
And everybody said, Bach, if I asked you what was your sports headline of the weekend? What is the main event? What is the headline of all headlines for this weekend for you, Bach? Take Bach over.
Well, if we include sports entertainment into sports, which I feel is where you're going.
Yep.
John Cena turning heel after all these years.
Yeah.
Partnering with The Rock to go against Cody Rhodes is definitely an all-time moment in wrestling. If you haven't been watching wrestling, now's a good time to get back into it.
Can we use some Cody to set the table as well?
Have to get it here.
Let's see if you could get that loaded for us. There's lots going on, and it's a busy sports weekend, of course. It is a Big Ten championship weekend for women's basketball, wrestling. It's a busy weekend as well. There's lots of things in play, and I want to go through as many of them as possible, as many things as there. So give me the signal when you get it loaded, because we'll get that done. There are a couple of things. Something happened this weekend as well. That Nebraska tennis hosted Creighton. And I think it is a celebratory moment anytime Nebraska kicks the pants off of Creighton. And shout out to Peter Cobelt and the Husker tennis team, because they put a smackdown on Creighton at Dillon Center. If you haven't been to Dillon Tennis Center, and again, sits right next to the soccer facility, so it's kind of easy to see. They're kind of connected, and that leads. They're having an incredible season, and they can use your crowd support. I also want to say this for women's tennis, they're currently sitting at 10-1. And if you get a chance you're looking for something to do Friday, head on over to Dillon because the number 3 Michigan Wolverines come to town. There's also another thing that to talk about and consider, that both baseball and softball, both baseball and softball come home this weekend. Both this week. That tomorrow night, well, weather permitting, that in Omaha, Nebraska baseball is supposed to play in Omaha tomorrow. I was like, oh, okay. So there's that. And at the same time, well, actually 2 hours later, Huskers basketball hosts Ohio State at Pinnacle Bank Arena. And we definitely will jump down that portal. But Bach, let's set the table. Let's hear from the man who is reconsidering life today.
So, what do you guys want to talk about?
I love that so much that he gives. He and LA Knight have done an exceptional night of giving. In the 12 o'clock hour, we're gonna take calls from you, right? About what you think your headline is. But hit us up on the text line with what is the headline? What is the sports entertainment headline of the weekend? For you, what was the story of all stories? It could be, right? It could be, like for me, Alexander Ovechkin is 11 goals away from doing a thing that nobody could even fathom. And that's taking over the goals for career scoring award from Gretzky. Like that's Bach, that record is such an outlier. I thought you could just circle that and say that's never going to be done. I don't think the points for a career will ever be matched. I think Gretzky, I think if you took away his goals, he would still lead if it was just his assist. Like it's a crazy number. But it's an exceptional weekend. I thought for the Huskers to finish women's basketball to finish 9th in the regular season, big deal. They finished 10th, and that's a win. But Bach, if I asked you to grade women's basketball season so far, give a grade for Nebraska's women's basketball season so far.
Well, it's always, battling back the injury bug. At least Britt Prince was able to come back and help Nebraska at a time when they need it. I would probably say, a B. I think you feel pretty good about where they're at. You wanted to get into, here's when the money time, right? It's tournament time, but they've positioned themselves in the 10th seed in the tournament. But had they won one more game or whatever it might have been, I think they'd have been tied for 5th. So there's not much of a difference between 10 and 5 there for Nebraska. Might be a little bit more
you look
different.
At the bracket.
Yeah, you go up a little higher. Go up a little higher, 1, 2. then you start to see a difference.
You look at the bracket and you go, oh, no. There's a much easier path. There's a much easier path than what's being chosen often. It is the thing, right? Like I'm like, okay, I'm whispering to myself the whole weekend. Please, Husker baby Jesus, don't let Nebraska fall to Northwestern and we end up having to deal with play the 3:00 game on Wednesday. Like you don't want to be the first game on Wednesday. You just don't. Like, no. Because even in Indianapolis, the crowd is different in the afternoon game than it is the later games, no matter who it is. Earthquake Glue says, is Lincoln East boys winning state swimming was your event of the weekend. Congratulations. And again, you can text in what's the headline for your weekend? What's it? Cena turned heel. I'm not I'm not wrong. Like, bigger than the combine, right? Anything that came out of the combine. Bigger than the NHL playoff run, Stanley Cup playoff run, because you're at crunching time now, right? Your wins crunching time in the NHL. And this station certainly doesn't talk about NHL enough, but I can tell you, I mean, I'm a hockey fan. I'm a Caps fan, so I am riding high, certainly in this space. Loving what Ovechkin's doing for the game, and this is a historically generational run that Alexander Ovechkin is on and what he's doing. Valentino's is in the house.
There we go.
Valentino's is in the house. They're a new feature, a new sponsor, a new partner. They're going to feed us on Mondays, right? We appreciate that and love that. So thank you to the folks from Valentino's for hooking us up. Bach, aside from Cena, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give me another headline for the weekend.
Well, I think that my next one would be the unfortunate buzzer beater, if you could call it, pretty close to it. The loss to Minnesota, another game for Nebraska where they didn't play a complete game, had to fight back. You could tell Fred Hoiberg's getting frustrated with, he said, the body language that was there. And it's beginning to look bleak for Nebraska basketball, just the way things have been going. However, what do we always say? A win can cure all, and a win against Ohio State, who's on the same bubble Nebraska is. I think it was CBS. Let me double check. I think it was NBC that had their bracketology, Nebraska and Ohio State in the first four in. So, or first four, from being out. So they're literally got a bubble matchup with Ohio State at home. And for everything, all the ups and downs of the season, that's kind of like a tournament game here.
We were talking about it last week. And I said, as a coach, and I'm speaking from the high school level, that when you head into district tournament, regional tournament, state tournament, that there's a point, depending on the program and the season that you've had, coaches will identify a line of demarcation for when postseason begins for you. Now, great elite programs who are having great seasons don't have to adjust or adapt. You just continually play through. You may decide, I'm going to rest a guy in game number 30 rather than that. But I said that Sunday was going to be a playoff game. Saturday was going to be a playoff game for the men. Sunday was going to be a playoff game for the women. The women handled it. They handled it. We gave all the parameters for how this thing was going to break down. The men, in a full discussion, and I kind of thought, Bach, that I wanted to reach outside of the Nebraska bubble to get perspective on because we're inside of it and the vacuum kind of consumes us whatever way it consumes us, right? You can repeat the same thing that's being said. There's certain people who lead the conversation, whether right or wrong, right? But reaching outside the bubble and asking people to look into Nebraska and the fact that they're still in after Saturday's loss tells you a thing that was confirmed in these conversations. So I talked to two NBA executives, one other college hoops expert, air quotes, and to a person, they said, man, this may be Fred Hoiberg's best coaching job. Now, let that marinate for a second. Right? We're in it. There were people in the post-game text screaming, is this time? Is this time for Fred to go? Is this... Y'all know me well enough to know I'm not a member of the fire the coach. I'm not rooting for a coach to get fired. Like, that's just not my makeup. There's a way to fix things, but if you can't fix it, cool. But they said he has less talent than he had last year. Facts, right? The best player on the team is in street clothes. That rink mask changes the season. There's no argument to it that this team with Rink Bass is it's a different conversation, different season. And that you had to replace a player who was so unique in his skill set that the Big Ten had to adjust to Keisei Tominaga in full. And that you can't get a replacement player for Keisei Tominaga. Not possible. Not possible. So the fact that you did those two things and then you went and filled positions of need with available talent. And the available talent you had to get that done within whatever financial constraints Nebraska basketball, Nebraska athletics has. Bach, is it fair to say that Nebraska does not spend the same amount of money for basketball in player recruitment as does Oregon, UCLA, USC, Michigan, Ohio State, Indiana?
It would appear so.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So before we talk about the job that Hoiberg has done, Bach, where in the 18 Big Ten programs would you assess the talent on the Husker team? Where would you place that? Let's just say the starting five. Where would you place them? Top third, lower third, middle third, top half, bottom half? Where would you put this starting five if you were ranking them based on talent and all the star checkables, right? The things that land in star content, right?
Yeah. I'd probably say, and Bryce does a lot of the heavy lifting to probably get him more into that middle tier. But without Bryce, they'd definitely be in the back end.
So to say that this is not the most talented team, there's enough talent for this team to be in the top third. Let's be clear. I'm not going to say that. There is enough talent on this team. And that speaks to how high of a level Bryce Williams and Juwan Gary are playing, even in their struggles, that they're making this Nebraska team and program competitive with the top teams in the Big Ten Conference. Then you have to ask the next question. The second five, Bach, is this a talented second five?
Well, if Connor Season's kind of playing that role on the bench. So if you take that out of it, but if you kind of do your five best players, your second five, I think the depth is what kind of is starting to hurt Nebraska.
If I asked you the same question about the starting five for women's basketball, the starting five, the current starting five, no less, right?
Mm-hmm.
Top third, bottom third, middle third of the Big Ten Conference.
I think you're probably still in a similar situation of kind of middle third.
But that Markowski is in the all Big Ten 15?
Yeah.
If things are perfect, like she finishes with 3 straight 30 point, 10 rebound games, they'll put her in the top 10. I cannot imagine that they put her in the top 5.
Yeah.
Like first team all Big Ten. Because the talent is so good in the Big Ten Conference for women.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. So then the same question. The second 5 for Nebraska women's basketball. Where does it, from a talent standpoint? We haven't even gotten into production. We're just talking about talent. Right? That we saw USC and UCLA's second 5 run out there against the number 2 and 4 teams respectively in the country. Does Nebraska have that sort of talent in its second 5? Bach?
No, not up there with the USCLAs and USCs.
So here's where I landed after these conversations. I'm on the team, and feel free to disagree with me if you want, folks. I'm not. My opinion, my feeling, what I landed on was this. For Fred Hoiberg to get 17 wins to date from this group and to have it be in contention for an NCAA tournament bid. Now, if you're on the bubble for the NCAA tournament with 2 games left, at worst case, you're going to the NIT with a chance to expand the program, to be seen, to get exposure otherwise, which we have to admit that for the last 5 years, we would have been thrilled with the idea and concept that this basketball team was going to play postseason basketball, because it wasn't promised. It wasn't promised. And the fact that you do not have a Bryce McGowan, a Delano Banton, a Trey McGowan, you don't have a Sam Greasel. You have Bryce and Juwan. And then the rest of the guys are role players who have to play at maximum efficiency for their role for this team to be competitive in the Big Ten. And this team is competitive in the Big Ten. They're just not dominant in the Big Ten. Yes, frustrating, disappointing, all those things. But as we head into this championship, this tournament week for the women, and we close out the regular season for the men, I just wanted to start the hour by saying Amy Williams has gotten this team to the upper half of the Big Ten Conference. Get wiggle, right? From a record standpoint, 1 win from being in the top third. Literally 1 win. And that if the men had won Saturday, we'd be having an entirely different group of conversations, because they'd be rock solid in their bid to the NCAA tournament, and it frees them up to play more freely in the Big Ten tournament coming up next week. That's not the case. The men have to battle, and it's an Ohio State team who has something to fight for as well. The women get Rutgers Wednesday late afternoon, early evening. They beat that Rutgers team by 7, should have beat them by 17, but hey, a win's a win. We'll talk about that, Bach. We'll talk about that game, because, look, to set the table, and we'll set the bracket for the women's Big Ten tournament when we come back to One-on-One.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students, such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
$93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, mainly cloudy and breezy. See a high around 57. Tonight, a chance of showers with thunderstorms possible, a low around 49. And tomorrow, a chance of rain and snow in the afternoon. It'll be windy with blizzard conditions possible late. See a high around 57. The meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off. Mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934. HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to bebignow.org.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular price athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Browns carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Attention all Wing fans! Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today at 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
When you get the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime you work out. And now through March 13th, get your first month free when you join. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage. And do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get your first month free and all the perks with the PF Black Card for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th. See Club for details.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, sponsored by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Carricker was feeling a little under the weather this morning, so Bach and I buckled in and said, hey, let's carry the flag for 2 hours before we hand it over to the captain and the black shirt and Bach. And then this afternoon, with On the Block and Old School taking you through, we'll hear from Tom Chattel at 6 o'clock to kind of break down what's going on with all things Husker athletics. You'll be able to break that down. From the text line, my big story for the weekend is a fantastic season the Lincoln Stars are having. I'd urge you to get out to the Icebox to see for yourself. I've been out. Bill, I've been out. Rocky Russo, and again, you'll hear from Coach Russo tomorrow on The Ticket at 6 p.m. from 6 to 7. He and Joel Norman will sit in here behind the mic and let you know what's going on with the first place Lincoln Stars. If you have not, quality entertainment, great. The young men are playing well. Like that's it's a great run, and it should be a great postseason for the Stars. But you can hit us with your headline for the weekend. What was your headline? What was your favorite sports story of the weekend? As a part of that list, it was intriguing to me to have Amy Williams and this team show up and show out. Yes, they were playing Northwestern. But that didn't always mean – it didn't always play out the way that it played out yesterday. They actually played to the level of expectation and hope. For them to not fall, loss could have changed the seedings and the rankings going into the tournament. And I had planned on leaving for Indianapolis to go to the Big Ten tournament Wednesday morning to get there in time, but I'd already booked it for an early flight to get into Indianapolis around lunchtime. And then it struck me that if they had lost, the Huskers lost yesterday, they could have been in that early game. And whoops, that would have been a problem. And then Mother Nature said, hey, I hope you're enjoying this 55-degree weather because Tuesday afternoon and Wednesday morning, it's going to be difficult around here. 60-mile-an-hour winds and a little blizzard to start your travel into work. And if you're trying to fly and you're flying between this weather and Chicago with a freezing front, not exactly the best. So I called an audible. I'm going to go tomorrow morning and try to beat some of the weather and get there and do this. And I'm grateful for Austin and Jay and Strick and everybody for holding it down so that I can do that. And then I will be there for as long as the Huskers are playing. And then it is my intention to go from Indianapolis to Chicago for the wrestling Big Ten tournament Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And come back and regroup and then do it again next week as the men's tournament. The men's tournament is next week in Indianapolis, right? So kind of lucky on that it got the same hotel and I could walk and not have to deal with that. But the women's team, listen, Bach, where would I want to give Alexis Markowski her flowers now on a high note. Right? Coming off playing well, because senior night didn't go well, right? The tribute to her, the team didn't play well, tough. But to bounce back on the road in the Big Ten on a Sunday and get a big win, a 20-point win, and play at the level that she did, and the numbers for Markowski are astounding. My proximity to Nebraska women's basketball is less than some of the other sports. But, Bach, I'll ask, where would you put Markowski's career, her production, while at Nebraska? Where would you put that? In text line, I'll take your opinions as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, she's definitely been, just a stalwart for that team this year. I would have a tough time placing it to like an all-time. I'd have to kind of look. There's been some really good players that have come through this program, but still, I mean, it's just going to be one that's tough to watch go, leave and going to be tough to replace because she's been very competitive, very good, obviously toward the end, but even at the beginning of her career, she's just been steady in that lineup.
What is for all-time greats, right? And maybe I'm wrong even asking this. Is this a Hall of Fame career for her? Is this a Husker Hall of Fame career?
I'm trying to look through her. I mean, it's 4 years of double-digit scoring. Her worst year of 8 rebounds. I mean, I would argue so.
Right? I mean, these are remarkable numbers that you're talking about. I mean, to come in your career, for your career, she's averaging 14 points, 9 rebounds for her career. This season, she's at 17 points, 8 rebounds. Career shooting 46%. This year, she's shooting 48. Yeah, I'm not sure. Tell me. I'm open to your opinion. But in your mind, is she, and I know all Big Ten, you just have to make one of the teams to be all Big Ten. But coming off a 15 rebound game on top of everything else, right? A 30-point, 15 rebounds. You're making the statement, right? Like, what are you doing? For 30 points and 8 rebounds yesterday. Is she all Big Ten?
She's got to make one of the teams. Like you said, I mean, it's tougher to make those 18 teams in a league now. So
well, it's 18, right? What are they doing with that? Have they changed that? Like what it means to be? Like I know, like for wrestling, all American is that you go to the nationals and you finish in the top 8. Is that what it is for wrestling? For football, again, if you're all Big Ten first team, you're the best of 18 at your position. It's actually tougher to be all Big Ten in basketball than it is in football.
Yeah, only 5 spots open.
Wow. And you're coming in, she's having this kind of year coming in on a year where the Big Ten Conference for women added UCLA, USC, who at some point both of them have been 1. Currently, going into the weekend, they were 2 and 4. I don't know how it changes with USC beating UCLA, number 4 beating number 2 this weekend. And shout out to this. That game, that Big Ten game, regular season game, was on Fox national TV primetime Saturday night. You can call it the Caitlin Clark factor, you can call it the revenue factor, you can call it the transfer portal factor, but Big Ten women's basketball was the main event on Fox Saturday night primetime. And I'm telling you, having looked at Indianapolis for the next 2 weekends, it costs more to go to the women's tournament than it does the men's tournament. Hotel rooms average $112 more during the women's week than it does for the men. Stunning. And there's no Caitlin Clark this year. Like, you could have told me this last year, and I understand. Our folks are going to show up in full. It's going to be a whole thing. But folks are coming from Hollywood. Folks are coming from Los Angeles. Folks are coming. Folks are coming from DC. Yeah, it's top 8 at nationals in wrestling. Yeah.
I was just looking over some of the all-time stats too. Markowski is the all-time offense and defense and total rebound leader at Nebraska. So whether you want to put it in the Hall of Fame or not, the stats say she's definitely got a pretty good argument.
Yeah. Willie says, hey, Markowski top 20, but her stats probably prove better. Sometimes, hey, listen, the fact that you play at Nebraska certainly plays into it. We know that happens for the men as well. Like Bryce Williams, I wanted to close the hour with this question, but since it was brought up, I'll go ahead and put the oars in the water. Bach, is Bryce Williams all Big Ten?
For both teams, like you said, it's tough because of the, if it comes down to it, and there's a lot of guys vying for that position, and there are, specifically on Bryce Williams' side, you might come back to team total wins, and Nebraska's a little bit further down, but I would say he is, and I would say, or at least he's played to that level, and I've argued, I think he's probably had the best Nebraska ball season since Strand Petaway, since 2014. Again, you mentioned some of the guys, the Derek Walkers, the Tominagas, the James Palmer Jr.'s that have had all Big Ten seasons. And I believe, I'm trying to think, I think Palmer at least was first team all Big Ten, but I still think Bryce is might be having a better season than that. So it's tough to make those teams now these days, but it's an all-time season for Bryce at Nebraska, one of the all-time seasons.
Yeah, you talk about Bryce McGowan's. Like, we didn't even mention, like, that's a thing and shout out to Bryce McGowan's, what he's doing in G League. He's leading the G League in scoring. Like, well done, young man, to do your thing. You can get the cheapest ticket. Texter asked to look at tickets. I went to tickets for Big Ten championship Sunday, the cheapest ticket is $110. Cheapest ticket. But he suggested that's diabolical. What do you think NCAA wrestling championship tickets are going for?
Ooh, I don't even know.
In Philadelphia, with Penn State being right up the road, and number one in the country.
I'm saying Big Ten is the tournament
so the all pass tournament. So if you just want to go and post up, right? You want to go and post up. You're going to spend $800.
Oof.
$800 for all of them. If you just want to go Sunday, and they have 2 sessions, right? So you have the seedings session, right? The placement, and then you have the championships. Oh, that's a monster. That's a monster. Session 6, which is championships. Yeah, you're going to spend $300 just for that session, just for the champion, for those 10 matches.
Yeah, that's an expensive ticket.
Okay, Bach, I'm going to put you on the spot before you go to break. 10 matches in the national championships. And they're both at PBA, right? So the national championships for wrestling, PBA, Saturday, 8:00. There are 8 Huskers wrestling in the championships. Sunday, WWE is at PBA. Which night do you go to? Which night do you go to?
I'm very much a WWE guy, so it would probably depend on the card a little bit there. But I mean, if I got Elimination Chamber, I'd have to go to that. But you make a compelling argument. I mean,
I'm not sure. Like I know what I would choose. I've seen WWE in that forum. Going to the national championships for wrestling under this group would certainly make sense. But it's a thing to consider. Somewhere in the second hour today, I'm going to have you build the perfect WrestleMania card.
All right.
This year, I need your ideal, because Bach, we could literally spend the next hour just talking about WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
Right, we really could. So that's a thing. We will do some of that. I have to admit, we will cover them. From the text line before we go to break, Williams would need to show up for the entire game in order to be considered all Big Ten. Let me say this. I'm not sure there is a player in the entire Big Ten conference who was asked to do more than Bryce Williams does for Nebraska. So there will be zero Bryce Williams blaspheming going on the text line. That dude does more. Listen, what Kareem say in Airplane? Hey, have you had to carry Walton and Lanier up and down the court all night for 48 minutes? Bryce Williams is carrying the entire Husker basketball program on his back. Give that dude a break. 101 coming back on the ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at KoppelCars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. When it comes to gift giving, it's all about the wow factor. And let me tell you, nothing wows quite like jewelry. Whether it's a delicate necklace or a statement ring, jewelry makes the right statement. So if you want to knock her socks off, or anything else for that matter, skip the generic gifts and go straight for the bling. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular price athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Browns carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join 93.7 The Ticket this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from Pinnacle Bank Arena for the NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament. Starting Wednesday at 9 a.m., we'll be at PBA bringing you play-by-play coverage of every single game. That's right. All 24 games played at Pinnacle Bank Arena this week will be heard right here on 93.7 The Ticket. From Class A to Class D2 action, 93.7 The Ticket is your home for the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament. And it all starts this Wednesday at 9 a.m. We'll see you there.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Hey volleybalfans, this is Laura Dijkema, National Player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to bebignow.org.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is so perfect. This is so perfect. Last night on A&E, WWE runs Greatest Rivalries. Last night, for an hour of just glorious storytelling, Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior. And to tell you, listen, I'm such a mark. Like, I like to think that I'm above this. Like, you know, I'm at the end of this thing, they had me crying, and I was mad at myself. I was mad because I was in tears. Tears just strolling down my face because they build up the rivalry, and they talk about all the friction and the craziness and insanity, right? And them going back and forth, and then they, of course, as the story actually, like, WWE couldn't write the actual existence that happened. Like, they could have built this rivalry, but the real rivalry was better than the story that they wrote. And then the fact that at 58, when Jim Hellwig passed away, that he went into the Hall of Fame that year and had just gotten back on friendly terms with Hulk Hogan. And this was mutual. Hogan didn't like him. He didn't like Hogan. And in an era where social media was just starting to gain traction as that place where you clear the air, Hellwig went at the WWE hard. Hard. He told secret on secret. And then finally, after a 3-year silent sabbatical, they make peace. And Hellwig gets notification he's going in the WWE Hall of Fame as the Warrior. And him crossing the bridge with Hogan was big. And then for him to go to the Hall of Fame event, do the induction speech, and then the following Monday, he did Raw. And he stood in the middle of that ring and gave his eulogy. He gave his eulogy. That dude made his peace. He made his amends. He rebuilt friendships. And he got celebrated. And then just like that, he was gone. Just like that. And I'm sitting there, and in this crazy world of negativity and hate and venom and all this stuff, that dude, can you imagine if he had passed and not made those amends and had not put that piece down? So I sat at my house, and I had tears running down my face because Hogan was humbled by it. Stephanie McMahon was humbled by it. Triple H was humbled by it. What he did for Hellwig and his family, creating the awards and creating trust, it was exceptional. So it was a great deal. And if you haven't followed those, like they did the rivalries, they also did Rock and Triple H. They had, it's been great. If you get time to binge, go online and find the WWE Rivalry series. And it's so good. Cigars, yeah, it's amazing. It was amazing. But it's WWE, it's every Sunday night. They have the Legends and Future Stars show, which I love, right? Undertaker, Mickey James, Wolf, Booker T and Bubba Ray with Shawn Michaels, and they're letting people audition and try out to be the next future star. And these are some talented folks and great storytelling. And then following that, they have rivalries, and then last night they had greatest moments. Greatest SmackDown moments. They based it on SmackDown. And the greatest SmackDown moments. But I was a child.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I was an absolute child. So we'll take a break. When we come back at the 12 o'clock hour, Bach, I need for you to craft Bachmania. Bachmania. I need for you to take whatever magic wand. I can be the final boss and I can say yes or no. but I need for you to put together Box WrestleMania this year. You up for it?
I'm up for it. I'm
now,
ready.
Now the question, and then we'll, for the following segment, it's the tickets Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But the question is whether are we doing it Royal Rumble style or over the top road, everybody in? Like, do you want to do it 30 people in one at a time, or do you want everybody from the ticket in the pool, and then it's over the top rope? Again, I'm Final Boss, so I am not in it, so I can just stand back and send people out the curtain. But we will do all of that when we come back to the ticket.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 11th annual Street Festival. The party starts on Saturday, March 15th, with tons of giveaways, a kilt contest, great Irish food, and green beer, and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket. Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with zero down. So check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, mainly cloudy and breezy. See a high around 57. Tonight, a chance of showers with thunderstorms possible, a low around 49. And tomorrow, a chance of rain and snow in the afternoon. It'll be windy with blizzard conditions possible late. See a high around 57. A meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to bebignow.org.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Boom! In your face! Lunchtime on The Ticket. Carricker was under the weather, so next dude up. And we'll carry you through the next hour before we hand it over to the Captain Show, followed by On the Block and Old School DP. The Starter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. You want to be a part of what we're doing? Hit us up. Give me that what's up. Give me the what's up. Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. Give me a what's up. And we will include you in the conversation. You can follow us live on the video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, and Allo channel 961 if you fancy. Jump on the streams and see what it is. We are joined by the Black Shirt, the one and only Terrell Farley. What's up, Black Shirt?
How y'all doing?
We doing well. We doing well. We need to bring Bach and I we're going to have this conversation, and I need you in the conversation, right? I need you in the conversation. I challenged Bach to come up with Bachmania. Bachmania. I need his WrestleMania for this year. And you get 2 nights. 2 nights. It's 4 main events, which is weird. Like, that's a lot. There's 4 main events. But based on current storylines, in those 4 main events for the titles, right? There's a 5th title that is not a part of the main event, right? Because Breaker's got his title. He'll face LA Knight. So we kind of know that. Oh, are they doing that tonight? Is that tonight?
We'll see where that goes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's had some stare downs with AJ Styles, and so we'll see where.
Well, AJ Knight won, LA Knight won the number 1 seeding.
That's for Shinsuke's belt, the US.
Right.
belt.
So I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out how they're going to play that, because those 2 belts have to go somewhere in the card. And with even considering that there are some, Roman Reigns is not in any of those matches. You can't have your biggest star, and he is the biggest star, right? Fair?
Mm-hmm.
That there are some big stars that have not been included in or announced as a part of this thing. What do? You brought back Randy Orton. So does he fight Kevin Owens? Does he fight Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? What do you do with Sami Zayn? Not real sure. Does Brock Lesnar come back? Is that really a thing? Can we break the entire world and somehow get Tony Storm for one night? Like, can we get Tony Storm for one night? Like, I want to write that check, whatever that check is, that gets me Tony Storm and Charlotte Flair face to face at WrestleMania. I don't care if they fight. They don't even have to fight. I just need for her music to break, and here comes Tony, and we all cheer and throw confetti in the air. What are you going to do with Jade Cargill? Who does she fight? Right? And I have to say this. Jade Cargill's walkout was the most fantastic thing I've ever seen. It was grace and glory. Farley, if you haven't seen Jade Cargill walk this walk, bruh,
nah.
I say some things. I'm at my house talking to myself and the heavens. Like I was looking up to the sky. Thank you, Lord, for what you're doing. So Bach, give me Bach Mania, kind sir. Who's your first night opening bout?
Ooh, the opening bout's always a good one. I kind of like where you were going. I think we've got to find something for Braun Breaker in his title, the U.S. title. If you don't know, he's Big Papa Pump's son. He's kind of new to the.
He's a Steiner boy.
Yeah, he's a Steiner. And so they've been teasing maybe Finn Balor, but we got to find somewhere, like you said, for Roman Reigns to go. We got to find somewhere for maybe Brock Lesnar. So if I had to do it, I would probably say I got to pair him with a star, maybe even Roman Reigns.
Do you bury him? Is that burying him?
A little bit, yeah.
He cannot beat Roman Reigns, so there's no point. Yeah, I've distracted Farley. I'm showing him Cargill's return.
Oh, yeah. She's got a physique.
Farley.
Very strong.
Oh, yeah. Too strong for me.
Who's your main event night one?
See, I love, the Jey Uso. People are getting behind him. I wouldn't have probably pushed those buttons. I like Jey Uso and what he's done, but for Gunther, I would have had a bigger star in there. That's where I would probably put Brock Lesnar in. Brock Lesnar and Gunther would be a heck of a match.
Would be fantastic. Where do you put the women's titles in your card?
Well, I feel like they haven't done the best job of doing that. I thought Liv Morgan, her feud with Rhea Ripley throughout the year probably would have been the way to go. They went with Bianca Belair. They got to find a way to heat that up. And then on the opposite side, I love it. So Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair, again, got to heat it up a little bit, but that's the match I want to see. So that could be, that could almost main event night one.
What do you do with the Shinsuke Breaker deal? Could you have put them together?
I just don't know. It feels like, LA Knight was the guy, right? He was the guy to put over. They gave him the belt. They've got so you've got kind of this redemption arc. I feel like they haven't completely utilized LA Knight to that degree. So if I was just looking to get stars together and I pulled Jey Uso out of one, I might have paired him there. Because I just don't know, and I love Shinsuke Nakamura in what he does, but I just don't know if it feels like that's WrestleMania worthy. LA Knight and Shinsuke.
Fix the tag teams for me.
That's tough.
I know that's tough. That's
There's
why I
not
hit you
much
with
there,
it.
yeah.
That's why I hit you with it. That's why I hit you with it.
Oh boy, it's even hard to even think about who's
like for the men or the
belt.
women.
Yeah,
the men or the
Yeah.
women's an easier fix.
Yeah,
the women's an easier fix. But can you imagine a thing that makes that interesting?
Well, again, I think Liv's had a really good year, so that you can find something to do there. I think with Alexa Bliss having been eliminated out of the Royal Rumble and now Elimination Chamber by Liv Morgan, they could be getting the Wyatt Six involved with Judgment Day, which, if done right, could be really good. If done wrong, could be really bad.
It could be really bad.
So I'm intrigued by that, and I think that might be the way they're going. And I'll just have to hold my breath because again, it could go one of two ways.
Bro, it's going to be Bot. Give me your top 5 wrestlers currently, female wrestlers.
Charlotte Flair starts at the top. It's going to be hard to knock her off. Becky Lynch is not out there right now, so so I'd go Rhea Ripley next. Bianca is got to be right up there. I think her character needs a little bit something to add to it, but that's why they went with her at Elimination Chambers, because she can fill in anywhere and be a big star. So I'd probably go there. Like I said, I've been really impressed with Liv Morgan, so I'd probably go fourth her, and then Tiffany Stratton's coming up. And I probably left somebody out of that, but
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss would be there, but I still
Jade
think she's
Cargill
a little bit, yeah. Cargill has got the entrance. I think she's still working a little bit on the in-ring stuff.
Top 5 male performers currently. Go.
I
know.
Sorry.
I know that's tough.
Yeah.
I know that's tough.
Like you said, I think Roman Reigns is at the top of his game. Can we count Brock Lesnar?
It's your list. It's
Yeah,
your
I mean,
card.
Brock Lesnar is a big fight feel, regardless of where what he's in the building. I would put him right up there. Then from there, I mean, there's a lot of good mic work between like CM Punk and Cena and Rock, but are they at the top of their game now? I'm not sure. And then there's got a lot of good in-ring work from certain guys that don't have the mic work. So, kind of putting the whole package together, I'd stick with Roman. Seth's got to be up there. Penta's new and exciting. So yeah, I think that I don't know if I named 5. So the Roman, Brock, Seth's a heck of an in-ring worker. Boy, that's tough.
I wasn't gonna make it easy.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to Black Shirt because I want to bring him in because I know he's an old time wrestling. So, but here's the thing. I need the Black Shirt's favorite 5.
Favorite 5.
Favorite 5. So you can create.
wow.
So I'm going to give you Pinnacle Bank Arena for one night.
Yeah.
And you get to pick any 5 of your wrestlers just for your own pleasure. You can put them with whoever you want them against as well. So you can pick your 5 favorites and put them in matches, or you can put whatever way you want to do it for Pinnacle Bank Arena. Go.
All right. So 1 versus 1. This is what
you could put you got 5 matches. You get 5 matches at Pinnacle Bank Arena. This is the Black Shirt wrestling tribute show.
All right. Hogan, Flair.
Okay. Okay.
Stone Cold, Triple H.
Okay.
There you go.
Rock. No. The Undertaker, Kane.
Okay.
The Big Show, Andre the Giant.
Yep.
And JYD versus Coco Beware.
That's the opener. That really is the opener. Just for the music. Just for the entrance music. Like just for the entrance music. You get Jungle Love and another one bites the dust. Like Bach, it is Bach Mania at PBA, and you get 5 matches. 5 matches. Any 5 matches, any era that you want.
Okay.
All right.
I love my man Mick Foley, so I'd have to get Mick Foley involved, probably against The Rock. That'd be a pretty good matchup.
The Rock and Sock battle. Okay.
How about Stone Cold and Goldberg?
Ooh.
Did they ever?
I don't think they did. I don't think they ever crossed.
I don't think they did.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good.
So that would be kind of a dream match that I would like to see.
Yeah.
I've always been a big Rey Mysterio fan, and he's got. So I'd have to. I have to go back to the WCW days, bring in the Filthy Animals with all the guys he's got to go get somebody, because that was my favorite version of him. But so I'd have to find a good matchup for him. And then I've always been a huge Kane fan, so I'm glad you brought up Kane. So Kane and Undertaker would definitely be on there as well.
Pinnacle Bank Arena. One, I want to make sure it's marketable. I want people to show up, right? So I need people that fill the gate, right? And the people and I want it to be a party. Like I want it to be a party. Like I want this to be a thing, right? So I'm gonna open the show with maybe the greatest entrance ever. The greatest entrance ever, which is Shawn Michaels coming in from above the ring in the full glitter chaps, right, and boy toy hat.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to have him face the American Dream. I need glitter. I need Stardust. Dusty Rhodes. Like I need Dusty with the full robe and the that hat, the rhinestone hat.
I don't think he want that Dusty.
Oh, yeah, right. That Dusty was a dude.
Yeah.
That Dusty was a dude. A match that we never got to get that I would love. I would cross generations, and I would bring in maybe one of the most underrated micsmen ever in Superstar Billy Graham. And I need Superstar Billy Graham and The Rock to just talk smack at each other Right? Like that. I'm all over that. Right? Like, give me that. The Nature Boy, I want to put him in the Four Horsemen. Right? But the Four Horsemen group is a little different because I need Hawk and Animal to come out with him. I need Hawk and Animal to come out to face the Fabulous Freebirds. Because I need the anthem. I need Leonard Skinner. Like, I need Leonard Skinner to play, right? The old Omni in Atlanta. We need that. Derek in the car, you're right. If it's at Pinnacle Bank Arena, we need to Nebraskaize the card. So we go with two Nebraskans. We go with the Baron, Better Nebraska. You were the Americanus wrestlers. I need him against the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. We need them. We need. And there's another Nebraska wrestler that Curious George. Gorgeous George. Gorgeous George is a Nebraska kid. Didn't know that all in the way. And then, listen, Texter, get out of my head. You need Rowdy Roddy, but he's my ring announcer. He's my ring announcer. Because I need Cena. But I need Cena, Apex Cena versus Hogan. I need Doctor of Thugonomics Cena. I need throwback jersey Cena. And I think that card will draw. Let me say this. The ticket WrestleMania card would have to have, the question is, I'll ask you both, you guys get to vote. Do we do Royal Rumble, one wrestler at a time, one host at a time? Or do we do it over the top rope, everybody in?
Over the top.
Everybody in.
I like
Everybody
the
in
Battle
the same
Royale, everybody's in.
Everybody's in.
Yeah.
So Battle
Starts off.
Royal, everybody in, right? So, and this includes everybody from early break. Carricker, Amon. We would give AD a pass. AD could referee because of his back. I'm the final boss, so I'm sitting at the Titantron, right? Like I'm just there sending people out, right? Farley, who's the first person? Usually what happens, everybody in the ring and everybody piles on somebody to get them out. Who is that? Who is that ticket talent producer who gets thrown out of the ring first?
The one with the biggest mouth.
The one with the biggest, the one that talked the most trash coming in.
Yeah, for sure. He's out of there first. Because, when you're in an event like that, you gotta be smart. You gotta pit people against each other.
Yeah.
So me manipulating VJ, me manipulating Shriek, or me, hey man, we don't feel like hearing this. You gotta be smart like that. You gotta use your brain as your leverage on the first couple of toss.
So you be in the back whispering, "Hey man,
no,
VJ was talking about your shoes."
I'll just say, "Hey Adam, VJ said don't ever use the fastest 2 hours in radio. Don't you ever do it." So I get Adam and Jay Foreman. We'll triple team VJ real fast and get him out of there.
I think that's fair. Bach, who's the first one out?
I think I could see that happening. I would also be trying to use my backstage politics to get everybody to go after the big guys. We got to eliminate the big guys first. And Adam Carricker seems like to me the favorite. Maybe if it was just you throw it out there, Carricker's probably the favorite to win. That means we got to get the favorite out.
Like you got to get him out. So do you get VJ on your side? Is this a double turn for Bach? Is this that you go out, you team up with VJ because because the captain show, like, you're the Freebirds,
yeah,
and you're just like, hey man, No, you're Seth Rollins. Right? That you get Farley to be Roman and you get him to be Dean and y'all go after Carricker and then you let them play out for a while and then Bach's literally just going to go. VJ's going to be looking at Amon and Bach's going to look at Farley and they're going to go.
It's time.
Well, if we could knock them both out the ring at the same time, now that'll be better. Get the two big guys out at once.
Well, we got to think too, because I'm trying to think of everybody's finishing move or specialties. I think Terrell would have maybe the meanest spear of the group. I think a choke slam maybe from Adam Carricker would probably fit the bill. I'm trying to think who's got the best clothesline.
Raph is look. We can't underestimate Raph.
No.
Like Raph is going to be. I think he's going to be rock solid, right? He's not going to take any risk. Carricker, his athletic arrogance might get him because he might decide to go Undertaker top rope, right? Right? Like he might want to show off a little bit, like because he's got the chops for it. But you get him up there, then y'all push him off. That's when you push him off.
Raph he's too nice. I can't see a mean Raph. Now, what we will do is now VJ come talk with smack to all us, we just gonna rush him. So and that's how you get him out. But Adam Carricker is gonna take 7 of us probably to get him out. He has to be standing by the rope, and somebody has to jump off and you know what we call it, when you jump with your legs off, you're gonna have to hit him like that.
I'm
over
not,
the top rope.
I don't disagree in that at some point the staff has to turn on Carricker.
Yes.
Like, I'm sorry, AC, I know you're not feeling well today, but yeah, they come and get you, bro. Like,
or do we let Raph and Carricker go at it first? And
well, don't you want that's why I asked.
Yeah.
That's what I asked about the Royal Rumble version of it, because you could send those two out first.
Yeah, that'd be a better idea,
right? But I also think if there was Royal Rumble level, I would send VJ out there first anyway.
Yeah.
And then you send Carricker and Raph out there to let him fight his way through it.
I've just heard VJ and Trill argue so much that I think I'd have, if we do it that way, they got to be 1 and 2 for me.
You see how your boy did? You see how that's your boy.
And I'll be the 30th entrant. Or whatever.
That's your boy. You hear him, right?
I would go.
You hear him, right? He really throwing you all the way under the bus.
I would let the little guys go first, like Bach and Sipple. They'll go first.
A part of me would want Jake and Sipple to be first, to force them to get into it.
Oh, Jake's
first. And I know, but here's what will happen. Sipple would just go straight boxing, clip Sorensen on the chin, let him sleep for the next 10 minutes. Like, he would hit Jake, he would not go wrestler. Sipple would throw hands.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, Jake, it was just you and me, dude. I had to get you.
Don't underestimate Sipple in this.
I had to clip it, right? Like, I had to clip you. So, okay, then we'll get the finishers. We'll get the winners of this thing. We'll talk about that when we come back to Old School.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One on One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all. Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy? Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. The cheddar tier right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal customers and employees that have allowed us to become one of the most successful GM dealerships in the country for the past 50 years. So we are celebrating that with some huge discounts. Right now, we have up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% APR on select new models, and new Blazer EVs are leasing for $279 a month with 0 down. So check us out online at KoppelCars.com. All deals with approved credit. See dealer for details.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to bebignow.org.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Early break. Zip's house smells like a mix of cinnamon rolls and Marlboros.
I don't smoke. Why do people think I smoke?
I
guess I look like a smoker. I sound like a smoker. I have leathery skin. But I do not smoke.
You have been hacking the whole show. You've hacked the whole show.
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We were having some fun. Ticket Mania. I don't know. Like, we can't bury the fact that Jay Foreman, Eric Strickland, Amon Green, they're also going to join this thing, right?
Yeah.
Farley, who's the most dangerous of the three?
Probably Amon.
He's an alien. I keep saying it. There aren't many physical specimens like Amon Green. Like, I think that's the one, right? That if you had to pair up with somebody to get through this thing, to get to the final three, who would you choose? You get one other talent member to partner with to get to the final three.
Probably Jay. I think I know him better because we was coached.
You're linebacker.
Yeah, we was coached by the same.
Like, you got
coach,
code words you can use. You got schemes. You can run stunts. You can you can run some tricks out there. Like, yeah. Like, y'all know how to maneuver big dudes. Y'all know how to get around, right?
Yeah.
Bach, who would you team with?
Again, I'd probably go with Carricker because he's I work with him every day, and he also, I think he's the favorite for the event. He'd help me. I can just hide behind him and talk trash and come out once in a while and get a sucker punch in here and there.
See,
Bach punching from behind Carricker.
You see how fast Bach just threw away 3-4 years.
He really did. He really did.
Hey, you didn't pick me. What
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. He really did. He was like, deuces, bro. Love you, Farley.
Well, I don't care. I work with him first now. You don't come in after one now. And
he's pretty big. I just have to admit, he's a pretty big guy. For wrestling,
Bill and Bennett says an all-ticket Royal Rumble in Knockerball would be awesome.
Yeah, but I don't think Adam can fit in a Knockerball. That's the thing.
I don't know. We have to call.
He has to just go.
We have to call. I don't know.
He just has to be wrapped with some saran wrap or something. Some bubble wrap.
Can he fit in the?
Yeah, I don't think he can fit in there.
I don't know that he. I don't. He and Raph.
Yeah.
He and Raph.
Yeah.
Has Raph ever done Knockerball?
No.
Can we?
He's too tall. I don't know.
His head. His shoulders. His head and shoulders will be outside the Knockerball.
Yeah, it is. Won't look right.
That would be fantastic, though. I think that could work. Somebody suggested a ticket to Olympics, but I think it would have to be remedial Olympics, like a 20-yard dash.
Yeah, 25.
20. Yeah, listen. Hey, look.
High jump 4.2.
Right. No, we could have a standing broad jump.
Yeah,
but it would still be into sand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like we could have the standing broad jump, but we would have to. Bach, have you ever done the standing broad jump?
No, I don't.
You didn't do it in high school?
I don't believe so.
That was not a thing?
Like
the president, remember the old presidential awards?
Yeah.
Did y'all do that?
Middle school, maybe we did. I don't really remember too well. I remember I could barely clear those the hurdles, so I had to jump over them. Funny. So I was not a track athlete.
You see Bach over there, 2 foot in the. I saw a video.
Was you one of those kids that fell out the monkey bars?
No,
you grab them and go?
I used to. I tried to do pull-ups a few years ago, and it opened my eyes to how much easier that is as a kid for some reason. As a kid, you could just do 10 pull-ups and all right, we'll jump. All right, let's
where you're only holding 35
I
pounds.
know, but now I tried it the other day, or a couple of years ago. I don't even remember. Recently, I could get maybe 1, 2.
Would your son beat you in calisthenics?
Hopefully.
Right.
I don't know.
Right?
Probably would.
Farley, his son staring at Bach.
Bach, your son's like 4 years old.
Yeah.
If he can beat you, then
bar hang.
You must be a lazy dad.
Bar hang.
I'm sorry.
Bar hang and pull up.
Bar hang. I believe it.
How many ticket listeners think they could actually beat their young people in bar hang push-ups? Farley, could you beat your sons in push-ups?
Yeah, I only got one, but yeah.
You beat him in a bar hang?
Oh yeah,
still got him.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not me. He's just half of me.
That is some old Southern black gospel you just gave. Like, people don't even know that Farley just let y'all in on a secret.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know about the other 50%.
Right.
I don't know if he's like 75% me or
right. Look,
25% his mom.
Look, man.
Might be 60-40.
Yeah, we're trying to figure
but
out.
the looks make it more 60 on my side.
Yeah. Dominant gene, bro.
Yeah.
You try to get that in. I think that's fantastic. Bach, can you do that test for us? Like, can your son do a bar hang?
See if it beat him.
Yeah.
I could try. I mean, like I said, he's 4 here at the end of the month, so
All right.
hopefully I can beat a 3-year-old in these things. But
I don't.
Not sure.
I don't know.
I think I could do bar hang. It's just the pull-ups that caught me off guard.
I mean, I'm at the point where I have fully written off every athletic skill that I have. I'm 62 years old. Like my daughter said, "Dad, you're grandma's age." And I was like, wow, I am. I can't do this. Like, literally, that we were down at the complex and a part of me wanted to jump in the ring, right? Just to punching bag all. No, sir. No, sir, Farley. Are you a punching bag guy? Or are you?
Oh, no, I'm not even that guy. I don't work out. I don't.
Buck, he said that so casually.
I know
one of the best athletes we've ever encountered, and you don't work out.
I walk a lot, so that's why I just choose not to lift weights. Or
I'm not mad at you.
I just
push-ups.
No, just not. My body doesn't feel like doing that anymore.
Look, I'm with you. I'm a member of that club. I got the card in my wallet.
I mean, if I can keep the bottom part of my body happy, I'm not even worried about the top.
He said he's got 3 W's in weightlifting: walk in, wave, walk out.
Look,
walk in,
I'm not
wave, walk out. The 3 W's.
When did that happen? Age wise, when did that happen?
What's that?
When you stopped running?
Probably 30, 20.
You just stopped running.
30.
It's like, no, I'm done.
Well, I had to run off with my baby because he was young, but yeah, my son took off one day and that put me to the test. And I still had it, but I say around 30.
It's a thing. I mean, Bach, you're still hooping.
Yeah.
Are you full court hooping?
Yeah.
Or half court?
No, we're full court.
Are you actually running the floor?
For the most part, again, I'm more of a 3-point shooter, so I run between the 3-point line. Guard the 3.
Bach is your closeout defender.
Yeah, that's right.
He ain't trying
Last
to get
line of hope.
Right, look. If they pump fake Bach, there's no help.
it.
Like, you are on your own down there in the paint, man. It is a thing. They said Bach is a sniper from deep. It's at that thing. Like, I try to put it in perspective because we talk about, like the guy was talking earlier about Bryce Williams and can he play the whole game? When we talk about today's athlete, they're more athletic than we were. And it's honestly, I have to be careful in talking about today's athlete. If there's a young man I know, he's 6'6". He's 16 years old, 6'6", 255 pounds, runs a legitimate 4.740. We didn't have. I didn't know anybody. Like Lawrence Taylor wasn't putting up those kind of numbers. So Farley, what do you, when somebody talks about today's athlete, are they better, stronger, faster, not? And it's okay to say they're not.
Well, I agree with you. They're probably more athletic than we are, but we've been through the hardness of our sport. They don't know about 2-a-days. They don't know about 3-a-days. They don't know about going out there at 110-degree weather just for practice, just for a passing league. So we did that in the summer times. Their ability, I mean, they're natural born freaks. Like, I can say that because some of them, you can look at the 40 times the big guys run in the combine.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive end, 6'6", 260, 4.47. I mean, you don't see kids that big.
I mean, Ty Robinson,
what,
4.83. 4.83, a 4.8 40 by a 300-pound man.
Yeah.
A legitimate 300-pound man.
You know, I just think we're more
savvy, moxie. We have more moxie.
Yeah, we have more pizzazz to us. More.
Like we understood.
We had a lot of more fight in us. Like
there's certainly. I would say that we don't get rattled so easy.
they get rattled a lot early. And we don't know when they get rattled, what are they capable of doing?
The great movie comp is Rocky versus Drago. There is a thing to toughness. And not to say that Drago wasn't tough, but technology and advancements in the, better food, better rest, more awareness, right? I mean, I'm going to remember the Titans dude, and they tell you, water makes you weak. Yeah, if a coach said that now, he'd be fired.
Oh, yeah.
What is pain? French bread. You sir, have to leave. So is that, is that the thing that when you look at today's linebacker, do they share your IQ? Do they have a better understanding of the game than you did?
Some do. Probably only 30% of them, though.
Right.
It's not a lot of them.
And that's the standard. As we talk about athletics now, one, people want to focus on money and technology, but my thing is the athlete himself. And I think coaches are more informed, maybe over-informed.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have so much data being thrown at you that you can get distracted by the data and miss a talent like Farley because he doesn't fit some preconceived idea about what an edge player would look like or act like. You could miss the boat on Farley because you go, oh, size-wise, Farley's a defensive back. No, you can play him a linebacker. You could miss that, and that's a big part of the conversation. So we'll talk about that when we come back. I got the black shirt and Bach. We got one more second before we hand it over to the captain show.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket is your place for English Premier League soccer. On Saturday, Nottingham Forest plays Man City at 6:30 a.m., followed by Crystal Palace versus Ipswich Town at 9 a.m. To cap off the Saturday action, Wolves plays Everton at 2 p.m. On Sunday, Tottenham plays Bournemouth at 9 a.m., followed by Man United versus Arsenal at 11:30 a.m. You can find all this and more at McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket, your place for English Premier League soccer, located at 8th and P.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more. There's no place like McKinney's Irish Pub for St. Patrick's Day, so mark your calendars to join in on the fun for their 11th annual Street Festival. The party starts on Saturday, March 15th, with tons of giveaways, a kilt contest, great Irish food, and green beer, and continues on Monday the 17th for actual St. Patrick's Day. Doors open for the bar at 11 a.m. on Saturday and 9 a.m. on Monday, and the street party starts at 2 p.m. both days. Don't miss out on great music and great fun with no cover charge for St. Patrick's Day weekend at McKinney's 8th and P in the Haymarket.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, mainly cloudy and breezy. See a high around 57. Tonight, a chance of showers with thunderstorms possible, a low around 49. And tomorrow, a chance of rain and snow in the afternoon. It'll be windy with blizzard conditions possible late. See a high around 57. I'm meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join 93.7 The Ticket this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from Pinnacle Bank Arena for the NSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament. Starting Wednesday at 9 a.m., we'll be at PBA bringing you play-by-play coverage of every single game. That's right. All 24 games played at Pinnacle Bank Arena this week will be heard right here on 93.7 The Ticket. From Class A to Class D2 action, 93.7 The Ticket is your home for the 2025 Girls State Basketball Tournament. And it all starts this Wednesday at 9 a.m. We'll see you there. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats. Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
Are you facing a legal problem and don't know where to turn? You need trial attorneys you can trust. Liberty Law Group's experienced trial attorneys will handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Whether you have been accused of a crime, injured in an accident, or threatened with a lawsuit, you can trust that Liberty Law will be there for you. Call for a free consultation and find out how Liberty Law can protect your rights and interests. That's 877-42-LIBERTY, 877-42-LIBERTY, or visit libertylawnebraska.com. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment before we hand it over to the Captain Show. I want to thank Bach for sitting in and keeping company, and Blackshirt for jumping in and chiming in and adding to the conversation. Greatly appreciate it. We were talking about like today's athlete versus former athletes, and while like we're bigger, stronger, faster, right? Because the combine is just filled with sub 4.40s, and that wasn't the norm back in the day. That was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Like to find 300-pounders who can run sub 5-second 40s. Like the difference on the edge of being able to have a 300-pound dude that could chase you down. Remember, if you've got a 300-pounder, if Ty Robinson's running a 4.8, and you got a quarterback running a 4.7 or 4.8, and a lot of quarterbacks are in that 4.8, 4.9 range, that means he can run them down. He can actually get angle and run them down. It's amazing what's happening with athletes. And the question becomes the style of play. You said a thing. I talked to Steve Taylor this weekend as well. It was interesting to have those conversations. But you said a thing that in a conversation, like he couldn't even fathom running out of bounds. Ricky Simmons didn't know what tapping on the top of the helmet was, right? Hey, I can take a play off. It's a different game for all the games. Basketball, right? There's certain things. That last possession for Husker basketball can't happen the way it happened. But it did, which means it either wasn't repped or wasn't understood or somebody panicked. But with 5 seconds on the clock, your best player has to get the ball in his hand. As soon as we get possession, if you're that guy, if you're my shooter, you're going to go to the ball. Don't run away from the ball. I need the ball in your hand because, quite frankly, I need you to go to bucket. If they play off, get a jumper. But that wasn't done, and they're paying the price for it. But they have a chance for redemption tomorrow night. There's nothing wrong with Nebraska basketball that a win over Ohio State at home tomorrow night won't cure. Literally nothing. Makes it all, listen, okay. Because then we can then face Iowa in a playoff type situation that we have to beat Iowa and it's your rival and you have all the sauce. Amy Williams and the women's team had that moment, a must-win game against Northwestern on the road on a Sunday in the Big Ten, and they played almost their most complete game of the season. This one and the road win against Maryland are two of the best performances I've seen. So there's a way to get this thing done, but Bach, it requires, this is all in. This is, if you want to be in the NCAA tournament, you have to win tomorrow night. If it's not must win, you're literally okay with playing in the NIT and maybe not playing at home in the NIT. You win tomorrow night, you're probably going to be in the national tournament. Worst case, you're hosting 2 home games in the NIT tournament. But you have to win tomorrow night. You have to win tomorrow night. What's your key tomorrow night? Since I have you here, because I will be on the road. I will be in Indy tomorrow through the weekend. What's your key?
I mean, I think it's got to be said is to do your best. I understand 40 minutes is a lot, but try to play a 40-minute game. You can even get 35. It's just these big holes that Nebraska's been putting themselves in these last couple games. And yeah, it's fun to get the Storm back. And I understand there's going to be ups and downs in a game. It just seems to be too big of a hole lately. And I think that's where I think the frustration too. It's not just the losing streak. It's how these are looking because watching that game, it's like, I think Nebraska's the better team. They just didn't play like it for half the game.
Yeah, it is a matter. The word that jumps out even during the game, the word urgency was the thing. Like I've been on coaching staffs where you're down double digits in the first half and you get possession of the ball with like 35 seconds left in the first half. And the coach says, walk it up. What are you doing? You need more possessions. There has to be urgency. Like you need to make up some space. But there are people that, you know what, play at your pace all the time. And that's what they chose to do. And listen, having those extra 8 seconds would have been really nice.
That's right.
Would have been really nice. But that's just me. Anyway, I will be in contact with everybody probably Wednesday from Indianapolis. Husker women, 6 o'clock against Rutgers. 5 o'clock local time. I'll give some shout outs throughout the course of the day from Indy. Should be a good one. Y'all be good. Adam Carricker, feel better, brother. Captain Show coming up on the ticket.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC. And on behalf of the entire Koppel team, we would like to say thank you to all of our loyal